All right, so just in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we like to keep everything here spicy.
El Mapache versus Jack Sudduth is going to be our first matchup. This is brought to you by Precision Lawn and Landscape. Why mow your own lawn, Gabby?
I don't, and I can tell you right now, because great professionals like Precision Lawn and Landscape exist to do it for me. I get to sit inside and play video games.
Let's look at this while these guys warm up here. We'll look at what we have here for our tail of the tape. Basically a pick 'em, as they would say. 52% win probability in favor of JM because he's been in here already. But if you've watched Jack compete before, this is basically even. 15 points versus 16 points, depending on who wins. So that's our tail of the tape. We'll go back into the ring here and get us started. And let me get the clock going.
Ladies and gentlemen, so you guys are aware at home, we are in fact close enough for the fighters to hear us talk trash. So if we do talk trash, we want you to know they can hear it too. We don't write checks behind people's backs to write them to their faces here in this announcing booth, okay?
All right, ready on the go and start.
Using the elevation against the trench wall.
Oh, inside heel hook. Oh, that's in tight. See if he can work his way
Jack
out.
has a heel hook. JM trying to get out of that leg entanglement and successful in doing so. Little inversion never hurt anybody on a Saturday night.
All right, so we have a really good, say a bit of a dart setup here. He's got a grip here. If the Jam can open his elbow, he's definitely taking it seriously here.
I appreciate the Jam.
Absolutely. Pointed out by Anderson, the Jimmy Fly snooker look over here by JM is elite.
All right, so he opened his elbow. He got out of danger there, but now we got some top control going by Jack.
Yeah, that was impressive to get out of that because that looked pretty tight from here. And he was able to weather the storm and get
8.5 minutes left. Sorry.
Jam's kind
Fun
of
fact
locking
that
him
they
down.
cannot see the.
Or he's trying to invert to get to his legs, see if he can rotate under. He's getting crossface, so it's going to be kind of tough.
They cannot see the clock, so the only clock is the one that you're seeing on the live stream. So if we shout out every now and again, it's not Tourette's.
And if it is, it won't be numbers on a clock. We're yelling.
Jam's going for a heel. Or he loses it.
Right, trading leg lock entries there, Marcus.
Jack there here on 50-50.
One thing we saw with Alex and last one we see as a pattern now is locking the ankle lock above, like below the knee for a strong one. He's got to look at an ankle lock and a look at the foot across to stop the.
This has been a leg lock battle. Dean Lister and John Donaher would love this right now.
Seems like Jam's always trying to invert and get under there. Jack more settling just for a crossface to try to pass. But we'll see how this match goes. He's in on the neck.
And the trench serving up neck like a silver platter there. Here we are, 3 minutes into this match. They have been keeping a pretty brisk pace so far. Let's see how long this can still keep going. Oh, leg entanglement.
Jack having none of it. On the heel, that's a good heel entry.
Can't really bite under that. Jack's doing a good job of tucking it. See if he can get his weight on top and rotate his foot out.
I've already torn 2 ACLs watching this match.
Look at that. So that's where the wall comes in. You see he would like to butterfly him away, but nobody
Yep.
go.
I mean, James doing a really good job of kind of inverting and getting in on his legs, but I mean, Jack, I think, is a little more experienced, kind of tucking his heel and hiding his foot.
Absolutely, and both these guys have had many matches in the trench, so they're aware of the unique problem the wall poses, and it seems like they're starting to come up with some potential move sets or kind of best practices in using the wall. Oh, we got her.
Yeah, I mean, both of these competitors were at the last Vanguard.
VGI.
Yeah, VGL.
El Segundo.
Invitational, where Jack was the eventual champion, but Jam did have a really good showing.
Absolutely.
I mean, his body triangle looks pretty tight.
Yep. Jack going for that rear naked,
Can't
working
really see
it.
the choke from this angle. I'm not sure if he's under the chin or not. He gives up on that. It looks like he's going for an arm. See, Jam did a really good job of getting his hip out.
Yep. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. JM is not easy to submit. He's not going to surrender something unless it's incredibly locked in, and he is great at weathering the storm and getting out to continue to fight in this match.
Jam trying to invert again. See what Jack does is shut him down.
Sorry, stream.
Got a cross face on. Let's see if he can put his weight back in.
We are at 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in this bout, and this has been nonstop action. JM, again, to your point, Marcus, loves to go inverted.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He has some good entries, some good attempts. Got a great, what in freestyle wrestling we call a leg lace in there.
Tap.
Man, JM with the W. Great work by both these guys. Great work by both these guys. I mean, every time they step in the trench, it is fireworks from both these guys
So
in
that
any
was
match
6
they're in.
minutes in. They're
Yet
gonna stop
together.
the clock here.
Fantastic.
JM there really avenged himself from VGI 2.
We use yours half the time. We use your view half the time. All right.
Retire so you can be the cameraman for the rest of the
All right. So what we had there was we had John Michael, and he won by heel hook.
It was a leg lace and the bar heel hook shenaniganizer. Right. Here we have the mastermind of the trench.
But it's was it 6 minutes?
Yeah, we have the man who built the trench and the man who thought it up.
Yeah, talk about
This is both home field advantage. How's that possible? I don't know. It's the Giants playing the Jets. Everybody.
All right, so now we do have Christian versus Nick, and this is brought to you by Leadmark Contracting, and so was the pit itself, and Nick Newbo was brought to you by Leadmark Contracting, or vice versa. So definitely an on-brand match. Here is where we can see the odds in play here, right? With the difference in ELO. Even though Nick is the current heavyweight champion with a 1-fight win streak here, we have Christian over here with a 4-fight win streak. Christian being a black belt, right? His betting odds, he's a negative 2,603, right? With a 96.3% win probability. Don't listen to this, Nick, because this is where it all comes in. If Christian wins, he gets 1.2 points on the ELO.
Correct.
However, if Nick wins, 30, and if Nick can just survive, plus 14. So that's where that pressure is on Coach Christian to make this make sense.
And for those of you wondering, ELO is relatively how screwed are you? And the bigger the number means you're more capable of doing said screwing. So we're going to see this match go down. It's going to be fantastic. There's going to be fireworks, and someone's going to get burnt.
So this will
Real
be
JPP situation. We're going to lose some fingers here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Very exciting. All right, so we got the clock restarting. And we can go now. Time in.
Will the student become the master, or will the master just stay the master?
So just a little bit. We had one comment last time about draws. Anytime you've seen somebody win a decision, you've watched a draw. If it wasn't a submission, it was somebody deciding who won and lost, and it's no different here. Even though it'll go down as a draw, the 14-point boost that Nick gets is going to be gigantic. And the best Christian can do is 1 point.
That is true. And Coach Christian will lose 14 with the same amount of points that Nick would gain in the event of a draw. So there is actually a little bit on the line as far as ELO and ranking perspective for both guys here.
It's not just he goes up, your point, but also Nick goes down. What are we seeing here, Marcus? Yeah. How's this going?
I was in the ring with Christian last week. It seems like whenever you're going against Coach Christian, regardless of who you are, you're going to get a lot of fans.
Oh, he's going for it.
This is true.
He did the longest route ever to pull guard there, Marcus, while you were talking.
He pulled guard from outside the trench.
I think everyone in the crowd wants to see Coach Christian lose. I'm not sure why, but
haters going to hate, potatoes going to potate. Coach Christian's going to win matches. We all know these things are true.
Yeah, it's more Nick using his knowledge of the trench because he was
exactly. He knows every single square inch of this trench. He knows the weak spots. He's got a trap door in there somewhere. He's just got to lure Christian into it.
All right, we're done with this guy. That mount is maddening. Up to the Josh cam. So you can also continue.
I was rolling with Coach Christian Wednesday morning in the 5:30 a.m. Morning Marauders class, and I'm pretty sure he gave a whole set of instruction while choking me to other people in the class. So I feel Nick's pain right now.
Got 8 minutes left.
It's true. It's a true story.
I believe it.
None of that was sarcasm.
It's funny because it's true. All right. So
Christian putting the pressure on. Nick
7 minutes, 30 seconds left.
Nick pulling the smart play and trying to stay kind of where he is and keep Christian on top, not letting him get his full weight on, trying to keep him off balance. Kind of using the trench there to limit Christian's ability to circle to the left, kind of cutting off half the ring, as it were. Yeah, Nick is staying calm. Nick's got one side of the neck. He's got a dream.
It's a Von Flue choke. It looks like a classic Von Flue choke.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Nick needs to try to get his hand out. There we go. Yeah, that was good.
Yep.
Now Christian's going into his, it seems patented at this time, bread and butter arm triangle.
We're hoping to see a mother's milk here just for insult to injury.
And, interesting you mentioned there are a couple submissions that will get you different awards. One of our awards is now even. Armbar trouble for Nick. You're basically out. No.
So one of the other competitors just said he's basically out, and we don't know if he should be able to compete now because he clearly had a head injury.
He is not out.
He is not out. He's the veritable definition of in.
Tap at 4 minutes.
Great work by both guys. And honestly, Nick was a little outgunned here, but he did use the trench. He was tactical. He did make Coach Christian work for it. So great job by both competitors.
Just a big experience gap there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and that is why we had the odds we had, right? That
exactly.
They just made up.
The ELO reflects pretty accurately, especially if you've had multiple matches in there. The ELO rating is going to do a good job at reflecting the skill gap, but also kind of the assumed outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christian's hair looks great. There's a body and a volume that I can only attribute to perhaps coconut products. I think there might be some Pantene Pro V in there for any of you elder millennials who remember those commercials. But either way, he's looking good. He's looking real good.
See if we can get a tight shot on the hair.
Yeah. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, watching on the stream, we don't have the technology to get 4K 60 FPS of the hair, so you just got to take our word for it. It is phenomenal.
Not yet.
So
but if
with
you know it's
all right, well, so we have 2 fights in the books, and in the bracketing we did, Jamie and Josue had a bye, but now we're right back in it, and we have JM. So we'll give you a moment or two to get ready against Jamie, and then that'll be followed by Christian right back in it again against Josue. So no rest for Coach Christian.
No rest for the wicked. You can say it, Brian. You can say it. He's in here.
All right, so let's get into this matchup.
Let's go.
So we have JM versus Jamie, right? And we have a blue belt versus a purple belt. So that's just going to drive your stats here. Both have experience. They've met before. When JM has 1 win, as you can see here.
Absolutely.
And that would have been in the last event. But here's what we got. 80% win probability for JM. He gains 6 points if he does. He loses 25 points if he doesn't. And it's a 9-point bonus for Jamie just to stay alive. So
yeah,
that's what we're looking at here in this matchup.
And for anybody concerned for the money line, JM is minus 400, Jamie's plus 400. But as you can see, that disparity is not as big as the last match. So
but the last match was as far as you get.
The last match was as far as you get, yes.
But yeah, so he has a 20% chance to win. So hey, bet responsibly.
Absolutely.
But we'll go into our view here of the match. Fighters are ready. Well, let's get the clock ready. Hang on 1 second while we reset the clock. And time in now.
All right, here we go.
So what are you looking at for Jamie, since he's the underdog? What are you looking at for him to kind of go against James to get a win here?
Yeah, I think anytime you have, a higher seeded person, the lower seeded person got to stick to the fundamentals, right? Mm-hmm. If they have some good tricks in the bag, or they have a couple of things that they know are really their bread and butter, they got to look for those setups. But in the situations where they're not in those bread and butter situations and positions, then you just got to be smart, stick to the basics, and most importantly, stay calm and look for the opportunity.
Yeah, I'd like to see Jamie kind of just keep his ankles and his knees safe. If he allows James to kind of invert under him a lot, I think he might get lost down there a little bit.
Absolutely.
That is what happened the first time. I think it was a
yeah.
We can go back and look, but I believe it was a heel hook.
Yeah. And, I mean, every time JM stepped in, he's had multiple matches in the day. It's never seemed to be a problem as far as his fitness or cardio. But he did have a tough match against a tough competitor. And he got the win, but still, hopefully, Jamie can try to utilize being fresh
right now,
and
for his life here.
Get the match going a little bit longer.
He's talking about in shape. I mean, he's in there with no shirt on. I'm not doing that.
And no, I don't even. I wear shirts at home alone.
Well, Marcus, as you, Gabby, and I all know, round is a shape.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like to say I'm shaped like a half-sucked milk dud. I think that's an accurate descriptor of my body type.
That's a visual no one needs.
Yeah, well,
we got a strong guillotine. JM
Yep.
putting some weight into his head. I think that could help relieve. Trying to change the angle.
Yep.
Let's see if Jamie can kind of turn a little bit, not allow him to pass.
And all jokes aside, with JM Jimmy Fly Snuka, he is in great shape, but this does wear you out, having to have pressure on your neck. This is the second time he's been in a choke. This is the second time he's been in a choke, and
again,
this can wear out.
Jack is actually giving good advice. If you just stand up, you're out. You know?
Yeah. Jiu-jitsu, ladies and gentlemen, jiu-jitsu does not work if you just stand up.
Oh. All right. Guillotine's out. Let's see what he can do with this guard.
JM getting out again. I mean, as we saw in his first match, he's not going to tap unless it's something very, very locked in.
I mean, Jam's already kind of going for the legs. I like to see Jamie kind of keep him inside.
Yeah. I do like, to your point, Marcus, I do like Jamie's approach of knowing, hey, JM likes to be under, he likes to be inverted if I beat him to the punch. If I beat, just a little wardrobe malfunction there. But Jamie's realized, hey, if I beat him to the punch and I'm under
7 minutes 20 seconds.
I can kind of take away some of his best offensive tools and pull something off.
I think one thing I kind of don't want to see if they get a 50-50, you know.
Absolutely.
50. It's not a 50-50 at that point. It's like a 70-30.
Exactly. That's a 90. That's a 90-10 El Mapache
stretched
situation.
Out there for a bit. No, he's got his knees back in front.
Jamie's a smart guy. He won't fall for that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he heard me.
Good, going for the head again. How are you? I mean, just based on the
I think Jamie's
ELO difference,
I
he's
think-
outperforming.
Oh, absolutely. If you grade
Now
on a
his
curve
head in
here,
danger.
if you grade on a curve, Jamie's out punching his weight class here, as it were. Now he's got to be careful he doesn't get caught in that guillotine. Yep.
So you try to pass to the left side.
JM calmly working. Oh,
Oh,
great,
taps.
great match, great match. Jamie smartly taps. That was a very, very tight guillotine. But all jokes aside, ladies and gentlemen, that was a really, really good job. He came in there outgunned in the experience and rank level, but had some great submission attempts, some stuff that was locked on pretty tight. It took JM a while to get out.
And he didn't let JM fight his fight, right? JM was kind of taking it to him for the most part.
Exactly. And a credit to JM, of course, of one, very, very hard to submit.
Yeah,
Two,
super technical, super in shape. I mean, he's game.
yeah, and mostly his calmness. Even when he's in a bad position, he stays calm. He works the problem and
All
gets
right,
it done.
Here we
going
go.
back, we have
Here
we have Michael, John Michael gaining 6 points on that.
Yep.
So we got him in there for the win. It was a guillotine. And
Listen, off the whistle. Just tenderize him a little bit.
so we're going to reset the clock here. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Exactly.
This is what I'm sharing. All right, so we have John Michael by guillotine. Now we have coming up next here, and this is what they're reacting to, is Christian versus Josue, blue belt versus black belt again. So you're going to see these odds go crazy.
Wow.
Headphones, earplugs there, Josue. The odds are 99.1% win probability for Coach Christian.
Ladies and gentlemen, to
That
give you a
puts him at,
perspective.
if you do the betting odds, he's a negative 11,000
Yeah.
Can we
on the betting line. UFC would not sanction it, but Josue is going to defy the odds here. Let me get the shot cam.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are only one odd bet away from a meteor strike being more likely than this victory here
explain
today.
How these betting odds work? Okay, so you see a negative 11,000. That means to win $100, you would have to bet $11,000.
Anybody here?
Plus
with
11,000 means you bet
$11,000.
100, you win $11,000.
Correct.
Josue doesn't believe in odds. Han Solo likes.
So-
He said, "Never tell me the odds." So we're gonna go ahead and pull the camera back here.
Now-
We'll get both fighters in screen. We're gonna get the clock rolling.
Because these odds are so aggressive.
And on my say, we're gonna get going. Ready? That's good. Get the underhooks during the handshake. That's smart. And time in.
Because these odds are so good, I've got my entire 401k on Josue.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, I'm not a betting man. I'm lying. But I would put money on Josue.
But
No one's
almost
taking that
a
action.
15-point gain for Josue just by tying, just a
Yes.
draw. So there are no actual draws in VGL.
That being said, Josue is a very competent competitor, also super strong. Anybody who's
Grabbing
rolled
the head,
with
going
him
up the
knows
wall.
he is not a slouch, and he is athletic.
Yeah, being in there with Christian. Yes, there you go. So where Josue is right now, he's gonna have to stay here. Okay. Being the bigger person in the ring against Christian, the only chance you have to stay on top. If you can't get a submission, your best option is a draw.
If Josue can hold this for another 9 minutes, we have a tie. Josue using his physicality, using his size smartly, it is an advantage. It is a weapon. So he's trying to maximize that.
Yeah, with Christian, where you really get in trouble, goes a half guard, he goes a mount, he starts working on a arm triangle. Right, if you can stay on top of him, I know it's going to be hard. It's going to get you tired, but you can probably come out with
Now,
it.
if I was Josue, I would try to shift my weight away from the trench wall to get Christian against it, and that is why. Yeah, Coach Christian putting the pressure on, not committing to anything yet, not even really trying to pass, just trying to get Josue up against the trench wall, wearing him out a little bit. And even though Josue has a size advantage, Coach Christian puts pressure as if he was a steamroller. So this is going to take a lot of energy out of Josue.
It is. I mean, one thing I've noticed about
I think he's trying to waste your energy. He wants you to struggle. He's getting tired on top.
That's why he's time wasting for you. You're good.
Yeah. Just breathe. Only be explosive when you have to. Focus on small guys, really small guys.
This is going to take a lot of energy out of Josue.
All right, so I think maybe we're back here with the audio. We got it's 6 minutes 40 seconds left.
You're 1/3 of the way there, buddy.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't give Coach Christian my back. Sometimes the pressure.
I wouldn't give him my back, front,
Yeah.
side, or my wallet.
Yeah,
I stay
I mean,
away from that man at all costs.
The pressure from Mount is pretty bad, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you don't want to.
But again, Josue's done a great job of, he's in the corner of the trench, so it's not only is it against the wall, but he really can only slide down, and Coach Christian's not going to let him do that. So he's making the best out of a bad situation. And again, that pressure is phenomenal. He's doing a good job of trying to protect his neck, but Christian has his hands locked, and he's slowly cranking through.
Yeah. I mean, if Josue has the energy, you can just do this. Give him the back, let him go to the mount back and forth until he can pull off a draw.
Absolutely.
A draw is more points than a win in most cases.
Yeah.
True.
And look at what Christian wins if he wins. It's 0.3 points. Not even
Can we
half a
round it
point.
up? I mean, good
so
Lord.
nothing to lose here if you come out and want to compete. You're getting a lot of good practice in. You're getting some really good experience. And
Yeah.
if you're a lower belt, it's all upside.
And
It really is.
see, Christian's got his head and arm, and really best you can do, give up your back. But
Yep.
I mean, trust me, being in there and you get tired, it's hard to.
Absolutely. I mean, he's 5 minutes into this, and he's been really pushing the pace as much as he can relatively for 5 minutes. And yeah, it's one of those much easier said than done situations at this point.
A lot of pressure there, keeping his elbow open, trying to stay alive. Stuck in the corner there. Much better than some other structures, this Nick Newbold one. Oh, Christian not looking for draws here. Any advice for Josue? Let him have it. Open up your elbow.
Give up your back. Give up your back.
He is.
Give up your back.
Oh, there he goes. Open your elbow up and try to survive. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left.
Coach Christian's really cranking that head.
Yeah, but like I said, against the wall, a little bit harder. The angle's weird, right? It's a lot different from just a standard.
Yeah, but it is
flat
good that it's
forward jiu-jitsu
a.
kind of thing. And Josue's out of that. Let's see if he's got enough gas to.
I was going to say, Josue is a hoss right now. Not only tough, but the muscular endurance to keep pushing, and defend against these submissions is very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Josue has to keep circling, and start using the trench wall to at least change some angles. It's not going to be magic, but if he stays
340.
if he stays in that corner, I don't know if he has another 340 defending at this pace.
Christian
Hit him with a.
almost got a Brazilian tap there,
Yeah,
Marcus.
he did. That was a little Brazilian tap. Is that?
Yeah.
Right. You fake tap him and then they let go and you're out.
Yeah, we call that the Sao Paulo two-step.
Let's see if we can get away with it again.
Tap.
Well, that was a real tap.
That was a
At
real
6
tap.
minutes.
That is the internationally accepted tap.
See, he went too hard for a Brazilian tap. He had to do a little half touch.
Yes, and so at
And
I think
honestly,
Christian's a little too veteran for that. You get back in here, you shake his hand. What are you doing?
the hair is just greasy
Hey,
and
what are you
glorious
doing?
with victory and sweat. all jokes aside, Josue did a great job defending for that long. That is physically exhausting, and for him to continue pushing, not giving it up, and really making Christian work for it was an impressive feat.
Yep, and I think it'll be at 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Can't see if that's exactly what I typed, but that takes us
Are
through
we getting super fight, you two, after? At the end? Y'all
round 2 here.
two? At the end, y'all two, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Add it to the schedule. Super fight.
So, all right, so we're going to kind of go back. I don't think I'm going to be more tail of the tapes here, but we're going to get back into our third round, which I should be seeing here, but I'm not. So I will.
We have Marcus King over here booking super fights for after the bracket is completed.
All right, so you can see here we have
makes sense.
Jack versus Jamie to complete the lightweight bracket.
This Jack weight is like 170.
No,
160, 140.
it's like 140.
Maybe that's close enough. It's like BJ Penn fight anybody. That good?
Well, that's a good one.
That's good right there.
Bend it down a little bit.
That's fine. I just wanted to get a center view here.
You say, 'cause if not, just say.
Oh, that's what that camera. That's my corner cam. Okay, that's
Production takes time, ladies and gentlemen. Production takes time.
All right, so
Local legend Anderson
Right.
leaving the gym. Everyone claps. Why? Because he's Anderson.
yep, they're not clapping because they're happy he's leaving.
No.
We have more Hoffman
They're
in the
happy
house.
they got the opportunity to see him in the first place.
All right, so we're going to reset the clock here and get started with our next matchup, which is Jamie versus Jack. Countdown controls. Reset here. And we'll go now. Time in.
In the battle of alliteration, let's see who reigns supreme.
Jack, Jamie.
Now, we know Jack obviously likes to get inverted and do leg entanglements from almost all of his matches in the trench. Let's see if Jamie takes the same approach and just says, hey, let me beat you to the punch and dictate the pace down there.
I'd like to see Jamie do what he did in the first match. Keep it really straightforward and try to, pace the fight, push the fight at his own pace,
Absolutely.
Don't let Jack kind of take this over.
Jamie doing some good fakes, using a lot of movement. Jack kind of slowly, methodically trying to plot him down, but there we go. Jack's got kind of a
He's on
semi-Russian going for a trip.
Yeah, he's trying to lift his
He
foot
doesn't
up.
have enough.
and
He doesn't
take
have
the
enough
ankle
pressure
pickle.
on the shoulder
Let's see.
quite yet to get the Russian. Jamie using the trench wall smartly, lowering his hips, got some good wrestling fundamentals, and again taking it inverted immediately. All right,
Rotating to a guard, okay. He's in like a butterfly here.
that was kind of the best outcome for both grapplers there. Jamie
yeah.
smartly used the trench wall to go ahead and invert and turn on his terms, and Jack didn't lose the advantageous position.
Good view there, you can see.
Yeah, Jack really using that wall, putting weight down on Jamie's head.
8:22 left.
You'll typically see pretty dexterous legs in lighter weights, but even for a lighter weight, Jack is incredibly good with his knee slices and legs and being able to kind of use them to really defeat his opponent's guard. But Jamie, again, using some explosiveness and athleticism to just change the dynamic and make some space. Now Jamie's going to step into Jack's guard. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, well, let's see. Oh, got a little fancy there.
We got a little antsy in our pantsy. Let's see if they bite.
Let's see if you can keep that foot safe.
Yep. Almost in a 50-50 there. Neither guy wanted to hang out there long, so both of them resetting. Jamie going under, aggressively pursuing that inverted X guard almost. Now Jack is in the mount. Jamie going for a classic shrimp.
Oh, well, looks like we got a baseball
A
choke.
baseball choke,
Let's
one of
see.
Jack's signatures. And we are rolling around. There we go. For those of you who watch VGL 2 El Segundo, you know the baseball grip choke in no-gi is Jack's bread and butter, and that was fantastic. Great for Jamie, rolling through, trying to create some space.
3 minutes.
Great match. Great effort by both guys. Good grappling today.
Yeah, interesting setup. Yeah, yet again, I think just a big experience gap. Jack, quite the competitor, competes quite a lot.
Yep. And Jamie only a blue belt, but really coming together with some good leg entanglements, good encouragement stuff, and most importantly, to your point, Marcus, like you said at the beginning, he tried to dictate the pace and where the match was happening. That is a more experienced man's move, so good on him.
Yeah, really where he got caught. He's going for that triangle. Jack got the leg off his shoulder and hopped all the way to mount. So.
And here we have a match coming up shortly between Christian's latest victims. We're all Christian's victims. We're all Christian's victims.
Hostway game, because he's game. And then Nick Newbold. I couldn't think of anything for that. Just Nick.
Nick not taking it anymore. Newbold.
Wow. He's a rebellious teen. He's not taking it anymore.
He's not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
We have to reset the clock here.
Wait.
All right, so we'll get the clock controls reset.
We gotta change the angle.
All right, and time is in.
All right, so experience look pretty even, I think, right? Between
Yes.
they're both blue belts.
Exactly. And both of them had a similarly physically rigorous match. Ooh, there we go, almost a knee pick. A good match with Christian. Both of them got some energy out, got some warm up in. So obviously,
Who are you giving the edge to?
see, this is a tough one because Josue has the strength and size advantage, but Nick is very explosive and very long arms and legs.
Yeah.
So he's got a great reach, and he has some a good wrestling pedigree. But as we saw, Josue is not someone to be trifled with. He gets his hands on you, it's a problem.
I mean, I'm a training partner with both these guys, both surprisingly technical.
Absolutely.
But if I had to give anyone the edge, I'm giving Josue the edge.
Yeah, I could definitely
Probably
see
because he
that.
trains with me more often. You know?
I could see that, and I also think it's going to come down to how long they're standing and kind of what positions they end up in, which is, I just described grappling. But the point being, Nick's going to maybe have a little bit better cardio, but again, muscular endurance and just ability to apply pressure goes to Josue. Like here, Nick's got a great guard. He's going for a little bit of a smush, trying to get arm control, maybe gift wrap something.
Yeah, same deal. He's trying to get under those elbows, get to that arm triangle. Same kind of strategy Christian uses quite a bit. So
Absolutely. And the thing is, Nick's kind of in a bit of a pickle here because to really advance his position, he's going to have to move and create a little space between him and Josue.
Yeah.
And that's when Josue is able to explode with strength and reset the position. Hashtag strength works in jiu-jitsu.
I like to see Josue try to rotate off this wall, because the more you're up against the wall when you're on the ground, it's just draining you even more. So if he could just kind of rotate his hips to some flat ground here and work his escape from flat ground. So.
Josue kind of giving up the back on purpose, hopefully trying to shake Nick off. And was a bit high, but again, Nick has those long limbs, so he still has some decent hooks in with the legs.
Yeah, even when you kind of tripod on your elbows, his legs are so long, his ankles are still kind of in there as hooks. So.
Yep. And tripoding Nick's head into the trench isn't as effective as flat ground because Nick's getting that boost and you can't go as far to shake him off.
Yeah, this pit just makes everything a little bit different. So.
Absolutely.
Is this Josue's first time in the pit?
Tonight is, yes.
Okay. Has he trained in it before, do you know?
I don't know.
No, I don't think he's competed in it.
No, he
either,
certainly
so.
hasn't.
The trench has been set up permanently here in the gym for several weeks now, so I'm hoping Josue at least got some time in here to familiarize
Got the
himself
far
with it.
arm trapped here.
Nick doing a great job of using that right heel to pin Josue's arm back. Nick's another one that has incredibly dexterous legs for a guy his size. Makes it a real problem. Real problem.
All right, let's see Josue try to rotate. I mean, he doesn't have control over the shoulders, right? You should be able to turn your upper body.
There we go. And again, Nick's a little high, and now he's
kind of
got
sinking
his
back
legs
down.
locked.
Yeah.
He's got his legs locked, but he doesn't have the hooks in anymore. So Josue kind of needs to either shake him off forward, kind of back out to the center where it's flat to shake Nick off. Because if not, he tries to stay against the trench wall. That's working to Nick's advantage, letting him be in a relatively high position but not get shaken off.
Yeah.
In wrestling, we call this going out the back door, where Josue would just literally start kind of shaking and trying to jolt Nick off.
I don't know if you guys can see it from this angle, but I mean, Nick's right leg, he's got the foot hooked under behind his knee. That's how long his legs are. So
Yep.
it's going to be really tough to kind of shake him off forward and escape out the back. So.
Josue doing a good job hand fighting, not letting Nick really isolate one of his arms.
Yeah.
Yep, and get under the chin. This is where that strength advantage comes in a little bit. Nick obviously doing a great job maintaining
5 minutes,
position,
44 seconds.
But Josue again using that strength advantage to break the grips, keep hand fighting, keeping his chin low, and making Nick really put in the work.
Yeah, so
And
he's really
both blue belts here, right, Marcus?
yeah, both blue belts.
But
And I mean, you see Josue here. He's trying to move his feet around with his hands. That's a little risky in my opinion, right? You kind of got to pick your shots on that. You should be using both hands to defend your neck, but
So-
once you start throwing an arm down there,
I just want to make a point. Even though they're both blue belts, Nick is the current heavyweight leader in the ladder because he had an upset win against a brown belt. So Nick will be losing more out of this match, even though they're evenly matched belt-wise.
big ELO difference.
Yeah,
right?
he's got an ELO
To
difference.
your point, Brian, they're evenly matched in the belt ranking system, but in the ELO system, Nick has a little bit of an advantage there, especially since this is Josue's first evening in the trench. And kind of like we talked about at the beginning, this is going to
Josh doing a great job up there on the camera.
Oh, yes, sir. This is going to start
go
favoring
to
Nick
his view.
from a cardio perspective.
He's
because
going for
while
the head
Josue's
here.
doing a great job. There we go.
So
Now we
that's
have
what I
some
want to
action.
see. I want to see a reset. I want to see Josue kind of calm down, take his time on top. How much time we got left there, Brian?
4 minutes, 22 seconds.
Oh, we got about 4.5 minutes, so we're more than halfway through this. But I'd like to see Josue kind of just stay on top and kind of dictate, pick his shots, go for a submission if you see something clear, but really don't let him get back on top.
Well, we can see Josue is going full tilt,
of
default
energy
aggressive
here.
here. Yep, exactly.
I mean, it's kind of how it is.
It's
when you're evenly matched up, that you have to find something to separate you, right?
absolutely. And
We got 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
And more importantly, he did just spend a good 5 minutes doing some really good defense, but
yeah.
that's draining. So I think he knows he's got to put the pressure on Nick to sap some of his energy, not let him stay fresh.
Yeah, and really, only way you're going to be able to put that weight down, you got to get out of the guard. I'm not saying all the way to half guard or all the way to side control, all the way to mount.
Yep.
You get to half guard, you can start putting some weight down, you can control a little better. It's going to be really hard to control anyone in a full guard or in a butterfly. You're giving them a little bit too much space, their hips are too involved.
Absolutely. And while Nick was in the advantageous position for most of the fight up to this point,
Let's see
that
if he
is
can
still
pass.
draining. That is still tiring.
Let's see if he can pass. He's really trying to work over
Yep.
Nick's left knee, like through Josue's right side to kind of pin that knee down to get to half guard. If he can get there, I think he'd have a really good shot at kind of, progressing more. But
And Josue being smart, keeping Nick pinned against the trench, even when he separates like this.
Oh, yeah.
He's making sure he keeps circling to where when he drives, it's going to be into the trench wall. Oh, there we go. Using the trench for a little height advantage, a little angle change. There we go.
really nice guard
And
pass.
got him into side control. Now, Nick, he may be the heavyweight top rank right now, but he's also pretty lean for the weight classes. So it's kind of hard to keep him in side control because getting close and taking up all the space, he doesn't need much space relative to most heavies to get out of that position. As a high-calorie grappler, as a
couple of high-calorie individuals.
the entire announcing booth weighs 3/4 of a ton up here, guys.
Yeah.
We understand the difficulty these guys are going through right now.
Josue putting it on him with 2 minutes and 17 seconds.
Nick's kind of got a Americana on him.
Americana
Let's see if
grip.
he can fight out of this.
I'd love to see him not get injured.
Yep.
Don't be too
Josue is
tough. Oh, he
just
fights
really
through
pushed
it.
right through that.
I mean, we did talk about the strength earlier. Strength doesn't matter till it matters, and
Now,
that's a situation where
one
it
thing
did.
I will say about that, kind of going for an Americana from the bottom, that is like a last ditch
Nice
kind of
mount.
move.
Under 2 minutes.
We got Josue here with a really smooth mount pass. Let's see if he can kind of take advantage of this.
Yeah, to your point, Marcus, I think Nick knew that wasn't a high percentage finish in the
Oh, yeah, he
Americana
was-
from bottom, but he also knew I don't like being down here.
Yeah, yeah.
As someone who has trained with Josue as well, can confirm not a place I want to hang out. I mean that as a compliment.
Let's see if he takes everything I learned or everything he's learned from me, here in mount.
Now, obviously,
I'd like to see his feet be a little more active, right? Like
Yep.
kind of balls of your feet, and he's kind of retreating back to half guard here.
Yeah. Now Josue's got decent hip control, but he's got about a minute and 15 seconds left to try to either get a head and arm or control one of the arms to get perhaps an Americana or a.
You seen anything kind of locked in there? Is that an arm triangle or?
Can't tell from this angle. It looks like Josue's definitely squeezing down. I don't know if that's to retain.
Yeah, he definitely has
top
around the
position.
arm. You can see.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, he is behind that elbow.
Yeah.
He's behind that tricep. He's on a head and arm.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Turning to the side.
This is where the trench matters because now there's a little more room under Nick's right shoulder.
If Nick did put a trap door in, this is where he'd want to use it.
Yeah.
This is the time to hit the emergency escape button.
Yeah, if you see the cutout, there's a trap door and a Glock.
Yeah.
Under it.
This would be a high caliber situation.
30 seconds.
Oh, man. Credit to both these guys, but especially Nick here for kind of gutting this out because this is not a comfortable position for anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Now Nick's using his feet, using his hips to try to change the angle just enough to maintain some space. And Josue's doing a hell of a job of maintaining control.
10 seconds.
Time!
Wow, what a great fight.
Man, that was an awesome match. That's what the trench is all about. Two guys evenly matched, really going at it.
Which camera is this? That's this one, the top one.
All right.
Good match, guys.
What a great job.
I taught that man everything.
We have a couple more bouts coming up. I'm going to quickly just go talk about our sponsors. So we have these are the sponsors for this event and for the VGI. So we have the Neff Brothers Stone, pavers, all the materials you need. And if you're like, I don't want to go get a bunch of stone, what I'd like to do is just have somebody show up and install it for me. Well, then you call Lead Mark Contracting. They'll go to Neff Stone, get the supplies, and go work for you. Same with Halls Remodeling, same thing. And Game Day Men's Health. You can go get your stuff checked out here and, get your testosterone checked and see how you're doing.
Get some TRT like me. Actually go to game day. So
You do?
I do. Yeah, I've been
Wow.
going for about 6 weeks.
You got lab work, you get a free consultation, so that's a good one. And then, of course, attention to detail mercantile. Why not buy some art that you can stab someone with?
Yeah.
Or open a box.
Or open a box,
Yeah.
if you're not a maniac.
Or someone named Box, and then
Yeah.
you get best of both worlds.
So that is a small
the worst ad read
venture-owned
ever.
custom knife-making operation.
Listen,
VGL in no way condone stabbing of others.
yeah, we don't condone stabbing of
VGL
others.
would not. We like to murder people without weapons.
Exactly. As a knife
Yes.
nerd, I can tell you attention to detail mercantile stuff is top notch.
We saw some really precise moves by Josue in that match, didn't we?
Yeah, we did indeed.
And that brings me to precision lawn care.
Exactly.
Lawn and landscape. So you can get all your stuff there. Get your grass cut. They can do a whole bunch of stuff for you.
Listen, once you get your test right, your health right, once you have people doing your yard work and doing your home improvement, that frees up your time for grappling, ladies and gentlemen. It's
It
all
sure
a
does.
gambit to get you in the gym to train.
And then house remodeling, get a new bathroom. Put a deck on the house. Nice.
Did you mention game day?
We sure did, and we actually have he's not just a fan; he's a customer.
Yeah, I go
So
to game day.
Marcus, which is why he was able to come out and participate last week. So that's great. All right, so action here. All right, on my go, begin.
All right, Christian going straight for some leg entanglements and inversion, trying to beat Jack at his own game.
Okay, he just
Let's see if
sits
Jack
down.
busts out the baseball bat choke against Coach Christian here today.
It looked like he was going for a triangle. Oh, let's see, 50-50.
Coach Christian not screwing around here.
Nope.
Yeah.
Shouldn't screw around.
He gets
even
paid by
playing.
the match, not by the hour.
Well, you give Jack a bunch of looks at your feet, and you're limping.
That's true. Jack looked at my knees once and I'm limping.
Good sky cam action by none other than
K-guard
Josh
roll
Rivera.
through to 50-50. Let's see. Jack trying to turn his way out of there. Christian lifting the ankle up.
Christian
Going for
fully
another-
inverted.
He's going for yet another K-guard. Oh, here we go. Okay, seated K-guard version. Let's see if he tries it. I think he's just showing off at this point.
He's showing on.
At his own peril, Coach
Yeah, I don't
Christian
know if
is super talented. Anybody gets a hold of your ankle in the right way. Yep.
That's the thing.
And it's time to go visit the ortho.
Tell me about it.
We talk a lot about ELO and we talk a lot about belts, and those do matter. But at the end of the day, anyone stepping in the trench is capable.
Minute and a half gone.
Of pulling something off and getting some good submissions here.
Good entry there. You see
How
that?
many
He went into,
surgeries
he's in the
we got
honey hole
in the
entry
booth
here.
Because we
He's got
like
the leg.
total, what, 10, 11?
Jack trying to roll out of that escape. He just had a nice honey hole entry.
Marcus, we'll do the next VGI podcast about knee surgeries. I think we're at a baker's dozen up here on this table.
Yeah, probably.
Back to his feet. Good job for Jack. Crowd, let's hear it for Jack.
You
Jack
tried to go
going for
that,
the classic
baseball.
baseball.
Do we have a
bat, right?
Christian crowd here? I mean, I don't mean religious. I mean going for Coach Christian.
I think it may be religious because the only way Jack's going to win is God intervenes.
All right. Well, I put $11,000 down to win $100 on this, so I'm hoping.
I don't know. I think if Jack gets the right leg entry and catches
almost a
Christian at the
triangle.
right time, he might have it.
Right.
Like this right here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Again,
Oh.
play footsie
Christian
with
got
Jack.
his knees down to the mat before he could
Yep.
get under there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
He did.
Christian is maybe a heavyweight, but he's very, very agile, very athletic. But Jack is very, very quick, and also again that leanness
7:30 left.
can be an advantage because he doesn't need as much space to make moves as Christian will.
Sure, yeah, much easier and quicker inversion than Christian, I think.
Both guys kind of feeling it out right now. We got a little flurry of activity at the beginning, and now about 3 minutes in, we're settling into a bit of a rhythm.
2 matches.
For anybody who hasn't grappled with Coach Christian, it's as if a steamroller was slowly crushing you one bit at a time. Because it feels like he's not moving fast, and all of a sudden you can't breathe.
Yeah, except it's a steamroller that gives you a couple chances to do anything.
Oh, exactly.
Well, I was
And
going
then
to
he
say,
runs you
yeah.
over.
There's enough shots where you feel like maybe you know something.
Jack trying to hold that leg.
He definitely got a taste of his old medicine. That's kind of how he was getting.
Setting up a head and arm here.
jam
Jack's
early,
got to be wise
right?
to it, and he is.
Yep.
Six minutes, 15 seconds left.
So we're here in the leg dragger, as we call it, your ninth position. Okay.
Did we see a buggy choke on layaway here?
That's
I
what
think
this
he's made at
looks
least
like.
his first 2 payments.
Yeah, he's right there. He's getting it. Oh, no, Christian wise to it. Almost crucifix. Back to guard.
Both
Christian-
guys wanting to focus on leg entanglements right now.
Yeah, Christian kind of taking a page from Jack's book with that like reverse.
Christian got the arm and did the most unique set of maneuvers there. Jack
Just
going
a-
inverted, Christian jumping and going for the
Nice
back.
back take into almost a.
So one of Christian's moves, as he's doing right now, is kind of locking around one leg instead of going for.
Keeps looking for head and arm. Jack's always onto him.
Very true. Not quite a sweep yet, but a very interesting move there.
He's gonna try to reach up and get the waist, take the back. He's more settling just to see what kind of leg entanglement Jack will go for, so he can counter it.
Great view of it from Josh there. Walking up the
Triangle
wall.
entry. He's out.
Again, Jack, not only lean, but very, very limber. Was able to limp arm out of that pretty easily. We have passed the halfway mark. We got about
Time.
4 minutes, 10 seconds left.
The crowd is hushed.
Yeah. you could cut the tension in the air with a knife made by Attention to Detail Mercantile.
That would be the best knife to use, Gabby.
The only knife I would.
Extremely sharp, great details
Exactly. They pay attention.
to it. Yeah.
Jack taking his time, staying very calm. Both of these guys are very methodical, technical, but also can be explosive and will employ that when needed.
But we have a David and Goliath here. I mean, Jack's doing a good job, but he's given up 52 pounds, at least 2 belt ranks. You consider he's a third-degree black belt. That's more than 2 belt ranks. There's a 424 ELO difference. So, it's 1,100 you'd have to bet to win $100 if you wanted to bet on Coach Christian. But on the other hand, one Benjamin would win you a cool 1147 if you put that money on Jack.
That's not too bad.
So our 92% win probability is with Christian.
And we're coming up, we are a little under 3 minutes left in this battle.
Yeah. Just under 3 minutes left.
Again, Jack is doing a good job of not letting Christian really get a chain of moves here. Christian will get a good position, take the back, and then Jack will get at him.
And, as a bit of a penalty on Coach Christian, given the advantage, we lied to him about the time. There's only 10 seconds left.
Wow.
No, we're kidding. Seeing if he was listening, and he's not.
Yeah,
He's in the zone. Both of these guys are in the zone.
high hole right.
He's got the foot now. See if Jack's
See if
able
you can
to
keep that knee inside the
tap.
Yeah.
2 minutes left. So
That was a great 8 minutes of grappling. Very technical, very smart, and we saw some pretty dynamic moves there. Awesome match by
50
both
pounds
guys.
on a guy and you're still rolling under him.
Exactly. I mean, if there's one thing we've learned about Jack of all of his matches in the trench at VGI and tonight, it is no fear. He's going to go in and he's going to get it done to the best of his ability every single time.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here.
let's see if we can get the
Let's see if we
Three
get
Stooges
the
here.
high-calorie grappling club in here tonight. I would like to take a moment to shout out the brains of our broadcast operation here, Brian. He's got
what the hell?
buttons and cameras and microphones, and I don't know what's happening. Marcus brings the jiu-jitsu knowledge. I just say dumb things out loud. Another great night. Brian?
That was pretty impressive. So we have, let me go quick over to Coach Christian, see if he's got any final words here. Any words of wisdom, Coach?
Yeah, where the fuck is everybody? They were all these talking about how they were going to be here and that 5 p.m. was better on Saturday. No problem. I got nothing going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've angered the beast. Do you see what you've done? Do you see what you've done?
All right. So, as far as things to say, yeah, exactly. This is an opportunity. So we had another competition in town. So there was, a couple of the people we normally would see didn't come in. Yeah, so with Copa. But, there's another week off. Everybody can enjoy some turkey. We're going to be back here on the 5th of December. Then we're going to be, or the 6th of December. What's the Saturday? Sorry, look at the actually, let me give you the schedule of events here. We'll do this professional like.
Boom.
So you guys can keep recapping here while I scroll to that.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Tuck them in your arms. Cross your arms. There you go.
All right, across my fanny pack. But all jokes aside, some really, really good grappling tonight. And what did you find most impressive? What performance did you find the most impressive?
Probably Josue. He came in here his first match. If I had to guess, probably his first time in this pit, he navigated it pretty well. I think he did a pretty good job in there.
Yeah. So try to stay
enough to
alive
even
for
just
some
push the
time.
draw. Yeah, I mean that's huge, especially against Nick. Nick always game. Nick had a big win.
I would
2
say
weeks ago.
Josue. I agree with you. And then right below that, actually, Jamie coming in both of his matches, kind of outgunned by rank and experience in the trench, and he was able to kind of enforce his game plan and do what he wanted to do and execute at a pretty high level. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so coming up here on the 6th, we have same time, 4 p.m. for fighters and 5 p.m. to start the event on December 6th. And then back on the 13th, and on the 6th. So if you felt personally indicted by Coach Christian, calling you all sort of cowards and, where the hell are you? Weak. If you say, well, not me,
physically.
I'll be here to tell him, well, you just come on here on the 6th and tell him to his face, and maybe even walk away with some of the prize. And speaking of the prize, I guess we should briefly get into that. So we have money going into the pool every event. And you can see if you do at least 3 events, which means if you do the remaining 3 events, you're in the money. Everybody who competed today, they only have to do 2 more events. They have to do a total of 8 matches across the total thing, and they get a share of the funds. And you can see our mission here is to make affordable professional level tournament experience. And we're going to be, you can read all the rules on the site here, but then one other thing I wanted to highlight is our current standings before this event. This event changed things, but the pound for pound ladder lets you compete against other weight classes without actually fighting them. So the people who competed in lightweight are competing against Nick, who is currently number 2 in the rankings, as before the last event. This will be updated right after this. But Hussein number 1 with a plus 64, Nick with a plus 57. But you have to go all the way down to number 4 for our 9-0 Coach Christian at plus 24. His numbers went up today, but it's how much you've improved from when you first stepped in, not exactly who you beat or what your record was. So come on out and keep showing up, and we'll make this a fun event. We'll close this out in 3 more events, and we'll close it out on the 26th. So for Coach Brian, Gabby, Marcus, thank you, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you're not here, you're weaker than the broadcast booth portion control, okay? You're weaker than that. Get here, get in the train.